Dan Kratzenhodge.
Secure Store 50.
Serenades. Do you like that?
Serenades. Kent Construction.
Patrick Charlson. And we've added Kelly Hayes from Furniture Warehouse popped in.
Oh, good old Kelly Hayes. We'll get there.
Threw
We go.
about $1,000 at it. Said,
Yeah,
"Get me in, boys." So Kelly, thank you, man.
Yeah, well, cool. Well, we have a special beer today.
We do.
And it comes from Cortland, Kansas.
Cortland.
And it is called, Joey, what is this beer called? Oh, here's a can. It is called, from Irrigation Ales, Pretty in Pink.
Pretty in Pink.
And Joey will not tell us what is in this beer. He says it's a surprise, so we have to guess.
What do you think? Doesn't pack a punch.
I'd almost say it's like vegetal. Like, maybe like a beet or a radish, or maybe
You know
there's
what?
some...
I bet it's
Because I
beet
wanted
beer.
to say
It's beets.
cucumbers were going on with it, but there's
No,
something
it's beets.
earthy about it.
It's earth. It's earth and beets.
What is it?
What is it? Earth
So-
and beets?
They put a bunch of watermelon and other stuff.
Oh!
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay.
But they added beets to it, and the beets overpowered everything else.
So I feel pretty good with my palate there, because
Yeah,
I
I
was
do
saying
too, yeah.
cucumbers,
I did a
same
great
kind
job.
You guys
of viney family, and then beets. I was
Yeah.
going on the color. I mean, is it for me?
Man,
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's definitely different. I would say it's more of a summer beer than a winter beer.
I would too. Yeah. Yeah, that's all right.
And apparently, beets overpower everything.
All right. Beets.
Yeah, beets. I actually do like beets.
Yeah.
I like roasted beets. Do
Do
you
you?
ever do that? Roast beets?
No, I have not.
What do
no.
you? How do you prepare your beets?
I don't know.
You don't. You're a liar. You don't even like beets.
I-
You're not a true dedicated.
No, I
beet
made that up.
enthusiast.
I don't even know what they are, Adam. I heard that old people eat them and they help you, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think
made
those
it all
are
up.
prunes.
Oh yeah, I like prunes.
No, I don't know. I always had them pickled growing up, and
Pickled
really
beets.
hated them.
That's
They
actually,
were like sweet. Mom had cinnamon. It wasn't my thing. But then as an adult, I realized they're paying to make. You gotta like bake them in. No one cares. I'm gonna stop talking.
No,
about
but
beets.
I do remember them being pickled and having them at school.
Yeah,
and they were red.
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay, that's all.
Okay.
I'm gonna start buying beet juice though. I decided that before today. It's good for you. Okay, anyway.
All right.
Hey, before we get in the news, I got some stuff I wanted to run by you.
Yeah.
This is not part of it. I just wanted to tell you, I went out with a buddy from college last night, and another old man who's nameless.
Are you? Oh, Zercher.
Yeah, I
Oh,
didn't say his
Didn't know
name.
if you were having a fit or
No,
something.
I was just trying to point him out without pointing him
Oh.
out. Anyway, we got in the beer last night.
Oh, God.
And I went to sleep and I snored, and my uvula was swollen.
Oh, that's the worst. It gets like
terrible.
stuck on
yeah,
your tongue.
oh yeah,
and
it
you're
was
like,
it was bad. But
Yeah, your
that's better
uvula.
now. So you got to take care of your uvula, Adam.
All right,
you
that's
know.
a really good PSA.
Yeah.
Uvula health.
But here's what I want to tell you: David Decker last week from
Alien
SETI.
David.
By the way, if you haven't watched it, watch it.
Yeah,
It was so much
It was
fun.
very fun for us, at least.
It was. Anyway, he got me to thinking about things. And I have some trauma, and you're going to help me work through this,
Okay.
1980, there was a television show called That's Incredible.
Okay.
And it was on, like, ABC, I think, and it was like an early reality show.
Sure.
Okay? They had people that had special talents or whatever, natural phenomenon, they were on there, and they'd always end it with, "That's incredible."
Was that their tagline?
Yeah,
They yell,
yeah.
"That's incredible!"
That's exactly
Okay.
right after every little dip they had. But they had this one, and it's called, you can look it up, Cash Landrum Incident, okay?
The Cash Landrum incident.
So Vicky Landrum and her grandson Cody and Betty Cash are all driving out in the country
Okay.
in Texas, rural Texas.
Okay.
UFO comes down,
Yeah.
right? Intense heat, bright light, and it left, followed by Chinook helicopters. Other people saw this. Well, here's the deal. There wasn't an internet. We couldn't debunk anything. We had Encyclopedia Britannica. There wasn't cell
So
phones. I
your
couldn't text
whole
everybody.
worldview was just based
No,
on this random
no, no.
80s crappy TV show you're watching? or what?
No. It gets worse or better, one or the other. So they got really bad radiation poisoning, and they got bad, like almost sunburn. It was intense
Okay.
heat, right? people tried to debunk it. They never really could. But here's the worst part about it: they hypnotized this lady on television, and she was a devout Christian. She thought it was the second coming of Christ, and she was like hypnotized and going, "Cody, it's gonna be okay." I thought she was 90. She's a year younger than I am now, but back.
So what is the point of the story? You're old now, or
no? I lived in a farm by myself, and I thought about UFOs come down.
I was scared about getting abducted on UFOs too. That's I think a normal one.
Yeah, that rattled me pretty hard watching that poor old lady get hypnotized. It's like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
And then I'll talk about one more. But same show, they did a whole damn episode on spontaneous combustion.
Oh, I saw that. I was afraid of spontaneous combustion.
They showed burnt legs and.
Yeah, and there's just like legs, and it's like a burnt, crappy chair.
Yeah.
I was worried about that. That was one of my fears about death. I would be like, spontaneously combust. We could right now. We could spontaneously. And they've never really debunked that either.
No.
Like, how does one spontaneously
I don't know,
combust?
but you'd just be like walking down the street.
And it was always wild, because like there'd be like a burnt chair, but the chair wouldn't burn just the person. I've never figured that one out.
I haven't either.
I wish someone should debunk this and tell us like this is why this is stupid.
If you want to come on this show and
debunk
it,
or if you have been a victim of spontaneous human combustion, maybe you're missing an arm or a hand.
Just explain it.
Yeah, just explain the physics. Because how does that work? Because we're like 73% water.
Right, I know.
Like,
no, it has to be intense. Like it had to be like a.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense. What if it's like them getting struck by lightning? Have
well,
you ever
that
thought
could
about
be.
that? Because like I don't know.
But it was in their houses and stuff.
I know,
too.
but think about it. Like, so if you've smoked meat, like you put a pork butt on a grill, you could have that thing running 500 degrees. It would take hours for that thing to actually like charcoal up. There's a lot of juice in that. So then think about a person going poof.
Yeah, it's UFOs.
This is turned into just stupid conspiracy theory time every week. Like, what?
We didn't have the internet, damn it.
All right.
Okay, you should probably just transition us into the news.
I thought you said you had something else, but I can move on to the news.
No, do you have anything? I do not.
No,
I took it out of me.
Fair enough. This week we got the car show. It's coming up. Should be.
Right.
I mean, when you see it, probably it's going on. So
That's
you could go
right.
to the Newton downtown, check it out.
Yeah.
So they're dragging stuff out right now. So plenty of porta potties I saw.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring back a memory for you
Yes, okay.
from the first car show we did together. Do you remember that?
I do
It was
remember that.
10 years ago, nearly this day.
I do
And
remember.
This was my first experience with Newton, Kansas. I had no idea what to expect, but we were going to meet and talk to the people out at the car show. And,
Yeah.
you know, this was when we just believed that, hey, we're just going to say we're going to start a newspaper and people are just going to hand us money. Just piles of money.
yeah.
We're going to sell subscriptions left and right. They're begging to give us money.
Yeah.
It's Newton, Kansas. Newton loves to just give out money.
Our goal. No, I remember our goal was 2,000 subscriptions.
Yeah.
We sold 200.
We sold 200.
We hit 10% of our goal, by gosh.
By God, and we've been growing ever since.
We've been growing ever since. I do remember
yeah,
that.
so that car show's hard to hell.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big car guy. And so it's like, okay, show up at the car show, and there's all these car people going around. And so, like, there's all these cool cars, right? Like, everyone's looking at these cars. And we have this shitty or crappy little, like, tent and, like, some stupid little, like, 2 by 3 foot sign that we had baling wired to a table and duct taped, and we're sweating our asses off. And everyone's coming by like, what is this? And, like, the other thing about the car show, it's not all Newton people. It's a bunch of people from, like, random ass parts of Kansas. So we're talking to a bunch of people about how great the newspaper's going to be, and they're like, we don't care, we're not from here. And so we just had person after person after person, and I was getting pretty down during that car show. And then, to just add on to it, we had that guy pass out.
Oh, I forgot about that.
There was some old dude who was talking to us or something about the paper, and it was hot as hell. And then he just freaking collapsed. And so he's just like laying on the ground. We're like trying to pour water and stuff on him.
Yeah.
Like he's out. We're trying to find the
about
EMS.
that.
They're trying to get a freaking fire truck in. They're trying to get
They can't
through all
get
the
anybody-
cars.
yeah.
I don't remember how they hauled him off. They just carried him out and got him to an ambulance or what. It was a disaster. I was like, man, this is not a good omen.
I forgot about that. Oh my gosh.
But it's all worked out.
It has.
That was how we started. Someone passed out in our booth because of heat.
And then a couple years later, we tried to do a beer garden at the car show, if you remember. And that was not smooth ever, but
it was what it was.
It was.
You gotta try stuff. You gotta throw it against the wall.
Good memory. Yeah.
Great memories. Okay,
Yeah.
let's get into the news.
All right.
So, car show. We did that. A lot of cars. If you're not familiar with the car show, you probably haven't
come
ever lived in
downtown.
Newton.
It's a lot of fun.
It's cool. It's cool to see stuff. It's
It is.
big fun time.
Yep.
I'm doing a story. I'm trying to do a story. It's not quite as easy.
Okay.
I'm trying to do a story on jury duty. Yeah, one, just to inform people, but two, some people are like getting notices for like 6 months. They have to be on call for 6 months.
That
seems like
Yeah.
a long time.
I will just tell you.
You actually served on one of the few juries we haven't. You shouldn't probably talk. Can you talk about
Yeah.
it?
Oh yeah, it's over. I can talk about it all I want to.
Okay.
Now, all I will say is, if you do, go do it. It's a great experience. Yeah, I had a really sad case, but go try it. Get in there. Yeah, you're doing your civic duty, number one, and two, you learn a lot, and you get to, when it's all over, you get to speak with the judge and ask questions to the attorneys, both sides, and it's a neat experience. Do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's your little sell for
So there you
jury
go,
duty.
man. Yeah.
There you go. I mean, we had some restaurant opening news. That was last week, but La Cava, that's actually kind of interesting to check out.
Yeah. You went, right?
Yeah, still haven't heard from the manager, whoever I was supposed to talk to, so I got tired of it, so I just ate some food and wrote a write-up. But it's like, do you remember the old Montana Mikes?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks nothing like it.
Good.
Like, they completely gutted, remodeled that thing. It's kind of fancy.
Good.
Prices aren't out of control. Food was good.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you're looking for somewhere to take the wife or whomever on a date or just to do something new,
Go over there. Give them a
Yeah.
shot.
yeah, give it a try.
Okay. Good deal.
That's going on. Not a whole lot. There's some stuff in the newsletter. Kid from Hessen got a hole in one. Guess.
Yeah.
Kind of exciting
It
news.
is. Newton Robotics Open House, 4:30 to 6:30 today.
Today, well, it's going to be yesterday by the time they see it tomorrow.
Yeah, it will be. Well, maybe. No, we have a few people that
It is
subscribe. You should subscribe.
Yeah, get it
They
on
will
Friday.
They will go. They'll just sit and go.
Yeah, so I wanted to get them on here, and maybe I will get them on
Yeah,
here.
I
But they've got
hope
this
so.
robot, and it's like hell when it stretches out. It's like 10 feet tall, but like it has these little arms, and it like can give little things with its like little tubes.
Good.
And we could do root beer Friday
Root
because
beer
these kids
Friday.
be minors, but then it could come and it could like give our little root beers. To the
Oh,
arms.
we're doing-
I think that'd
yeah.
be cool. Fred Van Rankin, he likes the show. Thanks, Fred. He's about this. And,
Root Beer
I
Friday.
haven't got a response back from the rest, but I think that could be really fun.
I do too.
Oh, graduation's coming up.
Oh,
so,
that's right.
You know,
Our graduation section will be in next week's paper.
it'll be in next week, and that was a bear to put together.
Yeah. I think I burped on just the whole
Just the
mic.
thought of
went
it.
bleh.
But yeah, so every
Yeah,
senior, the ones we had pictures for graduating, should be
Good.
in the
We
paper
appreciate that.
from the entire county.
We do our best. I will just tell you that. These guys work really, really
We do our
hard.
best, and like we're just working off of what we're given, and
Yeah.
like so sometimes someone gets missed. It's always
Something. Always
we
some
try.
poor parent. Yep. Yeah.
So yeah, there's that. But yeah, that's all I got for the news. So maybe
All right.
we take a little break.
Let's
and
take a little break.
Bring on our
bring
guest.
our guest on.
All right.
All right. Yeah. Hey, we are back, and Adam, there's a bunch of stuff going on around
There's
here.
a lot of stuff
Yeah.
going on.
Woo!
Yeah.
All right.
Look at all of your random.
Well, I just brought it for everybody.
Are you worried you're gonna run dry?
I'm sharing it.
Okay, we've got local golfing professional Rusty Witcher, as
God.
well
Woo!
as sports reporter, as well as everyday reporter Heston guy.
Local golf professional.
Local golf.
That's a
Yeah,
bit of a
you're
stretch.
pretty much the club pro. I
You
think.
really are. That's what we're hearing.
I'm a
And-
club, all right.
And I wanted you to tell a story because,
Okay.
you know, you had to write a story about some
did.
kid getting a hole in one.
I did.
And, you know, that's pretty special, but I think what you did, this achievement you had, is probably even more impressive.
I have not heard this.
Special's a good word. Special's a good word.
Fill us in.
So visual aid, I think they can see it. I don't know if
Yeah.
they can see it right here.
I
Between
really couldn't, but no, go
yeah,
ahead.
right here between my eyes. I did this. So I am part of a group that we go and we play a different course about once a month.
Yes.
Okay.
What's the group called?
The First United Kansas Independent Tour.
First United Kansas Independent Tour. Huh.
We'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
Okay. And we were playing Turkey Creek on this past Saturday. I was having a case of the rights, which is kind of new. I was very, very right. I was so far right I made Rush Limbaugh look left. Okay, that's how far right I was. And I hit into some trees. My only option in the trees was to hit a punch shot to try and keep it low. Trajectory.
punch shot?
A punch shot's like a 3/4 shot to keep the trajectory low. You want to keep it low. You don't want to go high. You want to go low.
Okay.
So I was trying to go low.
Hitting like
Okay.
a line drive.
Yeah, line drive. And I had turned my body, and the only place I could go was forward.
Yeah.
Right.
let me preface this by saying it is a really good thing that I have a career that is not based on athletic endeavors. We'll just leave it at that.
Okay. All right.
So I was supposed to go straight. On my downswing with this punch shot, I caught a clump of grass, which caused me to turn my body a lot of bit left, and I hit a 4-iron with the velocity of, I'd say, light speed into a tree, which ricocheted right back and smacked me right here, dead on the floor.
Did you pass out?
I did not pass
You
out.
managed to hit yourself in the head with your own
with
golf
my
ball.
yes.
Did you throw up?
I did not throw up. My thought process was, okay, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
I stumbled around. I got a standing 8
Were
count.
there other people around?
Yeah. My
Ah,
cart partner.
dang
My
it.
cart partner. He was okay, and I did an initial swipe. Okay, everything's good. And so my thought process was, okay, how can I hit the second shot? I turned to my cart partner, and he goes, "You're bleeding."
Oh no.
But he had a first aid kit. So having a first aid kit in your golf bag, key kids,
Okay.
key. We managed to get the bleeding stopped.
Okay.
I put a Band-Aid on. I still have a knot. You can still see the knot.
Yeah.
I've got a
Oh.
unicorn horn going on right here. I did not pass out. I did not get concussed.
How do you know if you didn't get concussed?
I actually had a very good friend of mine who's a nurse practitioner examine me on Saturday night.
Oh.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah. Who is laid up right now with she had just had her knee replaced. So I'm hoping she her
She could have been
So,
on drugs
yeah.
right then, right?
No,
Was this after she had her knee replaced?
No,
She can't
it was
move. Look at my hand.
I'm
It
on
was
painkillers,
before.
but I
It was before she had her knee replaced, but no. And so I was over there, and she asked me a bunch of questions. I'm like, passed with flying colors because I can remember everything. Because I remember sitting there going, okay, I think I've got my wallet, my insurance card is in my wallet. Do I really have to go to the Mac Hospital and get stitches? There were a lot of things going through my head.
Like a golf ball.
Like a golf ball and maybe some blood. Yeah, but yeah, I did finish the round.
Okay.
I made a bogey. I made a very bloody bogey.
So you bogeyed the one that hit you in the head.
Yeah.
So did
He's
did
no
they give
quitter.
you like a place to move the ball, or after it hit your head, did it just drop? Did it bounce into play?
I think it bounced over here somewhere.
Okay.
It was more of the, how the golf club makes a whoosh.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like whoosh, click, clunk. That's kind of the speed because
Oh,
the
man.
click was off the tree, the clunk was off my head.
Gosh, damn.
Yeah, I stumbled around and. Yeah, apparently everyone thinks this story is really funny.
Yeah, you almost.
I told
had brain damage and
Yeah.
lost your eye.
Well, I know, and like we're talking, maybe an inch down here would have had eye damage, but I would be fully wearing an eye patch and a hook, sitting at my desk on Tuesdays with a parrot. I'd embrace the pirate lifestyle if I had to. So I mean,
that's a one-eyed witcher.
That's a one-eyed witcher. Arrgh,
Just
baby,
leave
arrgh.
the golf ball where you're on.
You could have one of those fake eyes.
Hey, there's
Make
a golf
It's a,
ball.
I would say Titleist, like it was a Titleist too. So
All the
matches,
kids
yeah.
are terrified.
So,
That's old
yeah.
all-eye witcher.
One-eyed witcher, yeah. So I hit myself with a golf ball.
That's,
Okay,
that's a
I
I
mean,
mean,
wild-
it probably ranks in my athletic accomplishments with sliding into second base in a softball tournament on the same play twice, running to second base when my shorts fell down playing softball in front of people. So I don't have the greatest luck.
No.
In terms of I've hooked
Yeah.
myself fishing.
But you're
Yeah.
no quitter.
I'm
You're
no quitter.
He's not. He's not a quitter.
I'm a
folks.
warrior. Golf's so dangerous. Steve. I'm a warrior.
You want to get in a golf fight? I went
with myself. And the worst part is I can't even say you should look at the other guy because I'm the other guy. I mean, this is
Yeah, golf
But-
injuries.
There's legit, man.
So, anything else exciting going on?
Hey,
in the world
okay,
of
in the world of sports tomorrow, have you guys gone to your Kentucky Derby parties? I guess that's a thing.
It's a thing. I don't think I got invited. I must not be that.
I didn't
popular.
either.
We should
These
have
derby
one,
circles.
but we need to have one because one of the favorites is a horse named Journalism.
Okay. I like this.
A legitimate horse named Journalism. So Journalism could win the Kentucky
Why
Derby.
is the horse named Journalism?
I don't know.
Did you read why it was named?
I
Journalism?
just found out on the way here. I'm like, oh, there's a horse named
You
Journalism.
have to go to a special page to bet on the Kentucky Derby. Like you have to go to a special place. I did this last year.
Oh.
I can't tell anybody about it. I'm just saying you have to go there.
You
But
can't
wait.
just bet on it like your normal.
should.
sports
No,
betting
you
fights?
can no.
Why not?
DraftKings won't do it. There's something with horse racing, and they don't allow it. So I had to go to I had to research
They've got
this.
ethics over at DraftKings.
Yeah, they do. They don't want you betting on horses. I don't know.
We don't want those degenerate gamblers on DraftKings.
I don't
We
know
just
what
want
it
the
is.
normal people to go
But
bankrupt.
if you want to bet on it, you got to go somewhere other than DraftKings.
Okay,
I'm just telling you.
That's fair enough. A horse called journalism.
A horse called journalism.
Talking
one
about
of my
beating a
favorites.
dead horse.
What do you know? Do you know what the odds are on journalism?
7-2.
Okay.
That's the best odds journalism's had.
Damn. All right.
The best odds journalism's had in a long time.
And the Washington Post just wrote a article about, hey, if journalism wins, it could spike journalism. So maybe we'll see some feedback if journalism wins.
Yes.
Journalism wins all the way
I'm
across the
betting
board.
on journalism. I'm doing it.
Bruce is going to live in the poorhouse after betting his life savings on
I
journalism.
put it all on journalism, Lori. We're gonna make it.
The rest of the field's propaganda and marketing.
Welcome to my life.
Hey-o.
All right, well, I think we beat
All
this
right.
horse to death. So,
Yeah, we
hey,
have.
thanks for listening,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Have a good afternoon,
Be
good weekend,
kind.
be kind.
See you.